As the last wisps of sunlight dissolved into the horizon, the fisherman's small vessel was swallowed by the vast, darkening expanse of the ocean, leaving him a tiny, insignificant speck, suspended between the heavens and the depths. The sky above, a deep shade of indigo, was beginning to twinkle with the first stars of the night, like diamonds scattered across the velvet cloth of the universe. The air was filled with the sweet, melancholic scent of salt water and the gentle lapping of the waves against the boat's hull, a soothing serenade that belied the ominous vastness of his predicament. He had been lost at sea for what felt like an eternity, 30 days, to be precise, and the weight of his solitude was beginning to bear down upon him like the physical pressure of the deep. The days blended together in an endless blur of sun, sea, and sky, punctuated only by the occasional cry of a seagull or the fleeting glimpse of a dolphin's fin slicing through the waves. And yet, it was in this desolate, beautiful landscape that the fisherman began to discover the depths of his own resilience, a resilience that was mirrored in the eternal, unchanging rhythms of nature. As he drifted on the currents, he found himself becoming attuned to the subtle language of the sea, the way the light danced across the waves, the sound of the tide shifting, the feel of the ocean's pulse beating in time with his own. It was as if the boundaries between himself and the natural world were beginning to dissolve, like the ebbing of the tide, leaving him exposed, vulnerable, and yet, strangely, free. In this state of heightened awareness, the fisherman began to confront the deepest, most profound questions of human existence, questions of purpose, of meaning, of the very nature of life itself. He thought of his loved ones, of the life he had left behind, of the dreams and aspirations that had driven him to set out upon this journey in the first place. And he realized, with a sense of profound sadness, that he had been living his life on the surface, like a fish skimming the waves, never truly plunging into the depths of his own heart. The sea, in its infinite wisdom, was teaching him the value of stillness, of patience, of surrender, the importance of allowing oneself to be shaped by the currents of life, rather than trying to impose one's will upon them. As the days passed, the fisherman's physical body began to weaken, his muscles wasting away from the lack of nourishment, his skin burned and cracked from the relentless sun. But his spirit, paradoxically, was growing stronger, more buoyant, like a balloon filling with helium, lifting him up above the waves, above the pain, above the fear. He was beginning to see the world, and himself, with new eyes that were not clouded by the distractions of the material world, but clear, piercing, and unflinchingly honest. And what he saw, in the mirror of the sea, was a reflection of the deepest, most universal human truths, that we are all, each and every one of us, fragile, ephemeral, and yet, at the same time, unbreakable, eternal. That we are all, like the fisherman, lost at sea, drifting on the currents of life, searching for a sense of purpose, of direction, of home. That we are all, in our own ways, survivors, clinging to the wreckage of our hopes and dreams, riding out the storms of our own private struggles. And that it is in these moments of darkness, of despair, that we discover our greatest triumphs, the triumph of the human spirit, which can endure even the most extreme conditions, and emerge, like the sun rising over the horizon, reborn, renewed, and radiant. As the fisherman's journey finally came to an end, as he was rescued, exhausted, emaciated, but alive, he carried with him a sense of awe, of wonder, of gratitude for the vast, mysterious, and ultimately, redemptive power of the sea. And he knew, deep in his heart, that he would never forget the lessons he had learned on that desolate, beautiful voyage, lessons that would stay with him for the rest of his days. Like the ebb and flow of the tides, a constant reminder of the magic, the mystery, and the majesty of the human spirit. As we reflect on the fisherman's story, we are invited to ponder our own place within the grand tapestry of existence, to